in the chat for a mic check. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Get some Go Griz in the chat. Alright, we're into game 3, the final game of tonight. And we've got the Katarina, the Quinn, and the Morgana ban. I know, I'm a total boomer, Disco Potato, leave it be. Oh, the slap with the Leona ban, and the Nico ban. They just don't want to go up against Coles' Nico, and yeah, we don't want a repeat of the Yone. So, who is SDSMT going to pick up? They could pick up Samira, they could pick up Lilia, they could pick up Mordecai. They're going to pick up Samira. I mean, why not? It's OP. Like, yeah. But this could present a chance to for us to see the Coles Lilia top. We're gonna set. Do we see the Lilia? Let's see it. Come on. No. Oh, okay. We got the Misfortune pickup. Not the Lilia top. I really want the Lilia top, but I'm being biased. That's just me. All right. So SDSMT will most likely pick up the Lilia. They've picked it up for both games. Why not pick it up a third? The Nautilus, another good champion to meld with Samira, and the Lilia pickup. We could kind of see that coming. They play Lilia. They play it fairly well. We do have the set back in for Jet Jaguar. Emergency on the Misfortune. Who are they going to pick up to synergize with the Misfortune? The unfortunate thing about Nautilus is that he can dredge line and do all this stuff. They want to pick up Syndra before the third phase, or the second phase bans, because SDSMT has definitely banned Syndra out every time. So Shahai gonna be on Syndra. In the Kale ban, we have seen some Kale from Coles in the top lane. So that's a pretty sensible ban. Also something that's ridiculously powerful once you let Kale get to late game. It's really weird because I feel like I'm talking in the third person when I talk about Kale, so I'm gonna stop talking about Kale. But Mordekaiser being the last ban from SDSMT makes sense. It was a terror in game 1. They don't want Coles to go back on it. Will we see Coles back on the Olaf, or will they decide to try to let him counter pick? My guess is they will pick up their support now. That will then go in with Misfortune, which they do pick the Lux. Has not been locked in, but most likely will be. Lux has seen a lot of play recently in the bot lane. Pretty strong support. She does a lot of damage, a lot of good harass. Basically, as long as bot lane dodges skill shots, from the SDSMT side, they should be okay. But again, Samira Nautilus, just a brutal composition. Cho'Gath being picked up back for the top lane. They felt like that did fine. Seemed to contain Coles. Didn't need to really worry about the rest of the map. Made Coles kind of a low impact for the most part. And a good tank. And they pick up the Orianna. And, SDSMT's mid laner saying, well, you played Orianna. I'm going to play Orianna. So Orianna into Syndra, fairly classic matchup. Syndra does kind of have the start, but Orianna does scale past Syndra if Syndra cannot get ahead with the gold and the game. Last pick coming out for Coles. Drum roll, please. Who could it be? 7 seconds left on the clock. What pocket pick is Coles gonna pull out? It's the Fiora. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen Coles' Fiora, but I'm intrigued. I want to see some Go Griz in the chat for this. This will be an interesting game. We'll see. Coles is usually a good team fighter and a grouper, but Fiora's really meant to be that split lane bully, punish side lanes kind of person. So let's see what they decide to do with that. They might just kind of say, hey, Coles, like, you're gonna carry the sideline, and that's what you're gonna do for the whole game. But we'll kind of see. There's a lot of beef coming in the side from SDSMT. You know, we got Nautilus that can get pretty tanky. We got a Cho'Gath that can get pretty tanky. My guess is that they're trying to say, all right, Coles, you need to put a stop to Cho'Gath. You need to flatten him. Predictable CC to, you know, bring in the Fiora riposte. That makes sense to me, but we'll see how they end up playing this out, as we are going to get the same picks and bans that we saw. It'll be interesting. Shahai lately has been going with the Dark Harvest Syndra. I'm interested to see if he switches it up to an Electrocute or a Phase Rush. I don't think Electrocute does as well in Orianna, because Orianna does have a good amount of protective capabilities with her Command Protect, and potentially taking like a barrier if she felt like it for a summoner spell or something like that. So I don't think we'll see Electrocute come out for Syndra. You know, so usually what I see, the de facto is Phase Rush, but I also know Shahai has picked up things like the Phase Rush, or I mean the Dark Harvest, to try to build up those Dark Harvest stacks to get that last little bit of damage. You know, when you think, oh, I have health left, she used her ultimate, I'm not gonna die, and then that like Dark Harvest stack procs and you take that additional damage. It's kind of a surprise sometimes, so it kind of makes sense, but we'll see if that's the route that Shahai will go. Again, lots of AP coming out from the side of SDSMT, between the Cho'Gath, the Lilia, the Orianna, the Nautilus. You know, Samira's really the only attack damage, so will they itemize against that? That's always the worry, is that Samira could do enough physical damage for an entire team, so it's going to be a really hard pick and choose scenario. We'll see if this is coach diff or draft diff from VeggieCarp. Usually he likes to update us on what diff it was for the game, so you know, we'll get that at some point. Archer 66, I either misclicked Pantheon or was trolling by picking Pantheon, and switched to Lux. We'll see if SDSMT does the same strat they did last time, where they tried to cheese with Samira and Leona. Instead, this time it's a Samira and Nautilus, and in fact, I think the Nautilus is a little bit more cheesy because you could dredge line into a stun, which will kind of combine again the CC of Samira, which is really OP. But we'll see how this early game plays out. Either that or Misfortune Lux will respect that, and not try to walk into lane as worry free. You know, Samira again just built innately into her kit. Her W will make it extremely hard for Lux to lock down Samira. So I really think UMT's best course of action is to focus the Nautilus. As Nautilus, if you can kill him enough early on, he does not get very tanky. He actually gets fairly squishy. And so they can just pop Nautilus whenever they get the chance, and maybe even just disregard Samira as a person. But that's the unfortunate thing, is if Nautilus lands 1 CC, Samira is going to engage in the battle. So as we get into game 3, you've heard it twice, so you're going to hear it a third time. Can the Cats, November 6th through the 20th. Awesome exhibition match between UMT and MSU. We are going to be facing them at some point through the Can the Cats. All donations, all proceeds, all ad revenue, all everything that we do on stream will all go to the food bank, because we think they're awesome. We want to support them, and we want to give them our money, because food deprivation is not a awesome thing for people who have ever struggled putting food on the table, getting food in their bellies. We don't want that to happen. So we've paired up with the food bank this year to bring a Can the Cats to Missoula when they didn't think it was going to happen. They're like, we don't have football, we don't have this stuff, how are we going to do it? And esports came in and said, hey, we got a solution for you. So it's going to be really awesome. It's going to be unique. It's going to be different. I cannot wait for Can the Cats. That November 6th to the 20th, we're going to have the first ever Can the Cats Amateur Invitational, where Missoula teams are going to get together. They're going to battle mano a mano, 5v5 against each other in a tournament that we'll broadcast all throughout the 7th and the 8th. We have some awesome sponsors lined up for it that are going to be donating towards Can the Cats to start things off. It's going to be a great time. I highly recommend tuning in during that, cheering on, or if you want to participate, we will have information on how to do that as we get closer. But it's going to be a good time. We're really excited. Can the Cats this year is going to be very, very unique and different in all the best ways, because we want to support our local food bank. And then obviously the UC Game Room is now opening up their cyber cafe. We've got 12 computers in there all ready to play. You can pretend to be your own esports athlete in that room for a couple of bucks an hour, be able to play all the games that your Griz athletes do, things like League of Legends, Fortnite, Overwatch, everything that you can think of. And at some point we will get Steam Cafe licensing on them, which will give us access to a lot of other fun games, but highly recommend checking it out. It's a sweet setup. It's all COVID distance and everything for your safety, and they are all scrubbed down constantly. They're cleaned every day. They're cleaned after every use. So it's a great time. I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun. It looks like we're getting ready to potentially load into the game. Nope, not quite yet. Jokes. But yep, awesome thing. Go check them out. It's gonna be a heck of a good time in the UC Game Room. Next game soon, ? It's always a great time, and we are excited. So lots of cool stuff coming down the pipe. I highly recommend, even if you're just here to watch the stream every now and then, check out Can the Cats November 6th through the 20th. We're gonna have a lot of awesome stuff. We are loading in 4 skins to 3 skins. UMT wins the skin war yet again. We are 3-0 in the skin war, which is a victory in my book. Bless all you. But we are going to load in. My guess, we will do another fan out and protect. It looks like SDSMT is trying to go for the Nautilus Samara cheese again. UMT fanning out. Lilia will most likely start blue. Hopefully they have learned their lesson from last time. UMT has learned their lesson from last time, and will not be caught by that. Shahai is going for the Dark Harvest. He's one of the few Syndra players that I see do this. So it is definitely different. And I applaud him for that. So we'll see how it works for him. We will get the menu board up. I know we were having some hotkey issues, but yeah, there is the Samira Nautilus cheese. Again, we'll see if UMT plays it smarter this time and realize that, hey, they're probably gonna try to cheese this again. And they do see Cho'Gath. They know Oriana's up there. They know Cho'Gath is up there. So hopefully that's enough information for them to say, yes, this is happening again. Maybe they even call Set down at level 2. Maybe he walks down. Maybe they try to bait it out and Set gets a level 2 off bot lane. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that'd be a really big 5-head play. But we'll kind of see what happens. I think their best course of action is to walk through the river. That puts the most distance between them and Samira and Nautilus. But it doesn't look like they are. It looks like they're going to walk to lane again. And there's the cheese right off the bat. And they get a flash out from emergency. So, yep. Feel like they should have known it was coming. But I guess it's kind of, how do you deal with it? It is kind of ridiculous. I think they try to press for the level 2. They just got to be very aware of the dredge line from Nautilus. Shahai taking damage from Oriana. Oriana chugging corrupting pots. She started corrupting pots where Syndra started Doran's 2 pots. So we'll see how the mid lane goes. They're going to let the minion wave crash under tower. And they're going to get level 2 bot lane to match level 2. Oriana looking for a little bit of damage. Set coming in. This might be the immediate kill. First blood for Set. Jet Jaguar coming in real quick. That was a really well-timed stun from Shahai, setting it up. Orianna was playing a little aggressive, I'd say. Like, that was, they're pretty far up. And looks like Jet Jaguar are looking for the repeat gank. He's like, come here, Cho'Gath. We're gonna stun you, and then we're gonna attack you. And not quite. We weren't gonna go for the full tower dive, which is fine. If the vital point would have procced in front of Cho'Gath rather than to his side, that might have been a little bit more tasty. But did not, so they did not go for it, which is fair, I'd say. But Jet Jaguar coming back in on that set, showing him he means business. Orianna still does have her flash. Jet Jaguar looking maybe for Shahai to set up a stun. It looks like we're gonna do the reverse camp. We're gonna say, hey, hey SDSMT, you guys camped my Shahai for the last couple of games. We're gonna return the favor. Looks like we got some good farm coming out from bot lane. Emergency being able to kind of keep up with Samira. Samira will probably pull a little ahead, being that she had a full minion wave under tower, but that's not bad knowing the oppressiveness that is Samira Nautilus. So as long as they can get back before the wave hits the tower, it should be okay, which may not make it in time. I'm just trying to tell from the mini map. They might be able to make it in time, so salvage some farm there. Orianna just trying to be that bully in the mid lane, really trying to push and poke at him and trying to say, hey, back off. It looks like UMT did secure both Scuttle Crabs, so that's pretty big for Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar clearing out the pink, trying to deny more vision. Cole's trying to harass Cho'Gath as much as possible. Oh, big hook coming in on emergency. But there is a hook under tower. Jet Jaguar is walking towards the bot lane right now. I don't think they realize it, and I don't think that they're quite prepared for it. But Samira, again, just a ridiculously slick champion, is able to just heal the Nautilus flash to gain a little distance. Probably Samira said, hey, Nautilus, come back a little bit, But, oh, Jet Jaguar coming around the side. They don't know. Will Jet Jaguar get the stun off? Is able to pull Samira back. There comes the W. Double root from Archer. I don't think he knew that was going to happen. Emergency started to pull off. There's a big shield coming in from Lux. Emergency getting the auto attacks and a double kill for UMT. Let's get some Griz Pog in the chat. Or go Griz, whatever our emote is. Let's spam that. Let's spam it to the heckin' heavens. That was an awesome play by bot lane. It ended up working out real well for UMT. Able to get that double kill. They will secure some plating bot lane for Set and Lux. But that was really well done. Really good balance. Really awesome binding from Archer 66 to bind both of them, and really good shield. Really good idea of where their cooldowns are and whatnot. Shahai and Orianna just going for that farm, trying to hit that level 6 again. It's one thing. Orianna's a pretty difficult champion to deal with as far as killing. She does go for the tier first though, which may allow Shahai's working up that stun. He might be able to kill her. Yeah, I guess he thought maybe the last ball was not gonna kill Orianna, so Shahai follows up with a flash. Unfortunately, not necessary, but I mean, I guess a flash for a kill secure potentially, just in case, he wouldn't have died. He could get one more ball off. So Cole's going in for some damage on Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath kind of stopped. That was a little weird. I'm not 100% sure. Cole needs to be careful though. He does not have a riposte, and Cho'Gath could full on just feast him and kill him probably. So trying to get a little health back through T-Mat, gets that level. Lilia is in the bush, but not level 6, so we'll see. Coles does open up on Lilia, does make the dodge. Is this gonna be the epic outplay? It is! Coles gets the ult off, and I'm pretty sure he's just gonna kill Cho'Gath, except his Q dash forward completely misses Cho'Gath, so he doesn't get the reset. But Cho'Gath does have flash and doesn't get the... No one saw that. No one pinged it. No one saw. No. Just look away. Just look away. Big gank coming in here on bot lane. Like I said, focus that Nautilus. Dunk from the set. Passes off the kill to emergency. Man, this is set 101, ladies and gentlemen. Take notes. Jet Jaguar coming in strong. Showing them, you need to ban this set. You don't respect the set, you get suplexed. Alright, back in mid lane. Good stun from Shahai. Just trying to get some damage done. Kind of overthrows on that ball, though. Orianna getting the phase rush. UMT does secure the Windrake, which, again, I like the Windrake for ultimate cooldowns. Lots of ultimates on the side of UMT that will benefit from this. Big stun coming in from Orianna, or from Lilia, or not Lilia, wow. Syndra with the set coming in, securing the kill because Lilia decided to try to drowsy Shahai and unable to get it. But big plays coming out from UMT. They want to say, they're like, hey, last game was a mistake. Last game never happened. That's not something that we do. So really showing them a strong. We got a good 3K gold lead from UMT 0-7. Not gonna caster curse this. Doing very well. Showing them that, hey, you might power pick some of these players like Samira and Lilia, but we're gonna bring this to you. So Archer 66 on probably one of his most comfortable champions, Lux. I'm not gonna say it's his most favorite because I don't think it is, but I know he really enjoys that champion. Clearing out some vision, trying to set more stuff up for the Jet Jaguar. Cole's going in to get a little bit of damage on Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath building the most OP first item ever against any type of melee healing character like Fiora, the Bramble Best. The Bramble Blessed Bramble Vest. Really strong against champions that rely on healing and whatnot, and it's perfect for someone like Cho'Gath because it's like, you're gonna beat me, well, if you're gonna hit me with your sword, your ruler, because Gage is playing is Halloween cosplay, then you're gonna get healing reduction while you do it because I got a Bramble Vest. So I like Cole's holiday spirit, showing off his sweet headmistress skin. Because of Halloween special. Big root coming in on Archer. I don't think they realize what's happening. Samira's going in to try to get her combos off. Lux flashes out. There's a TP though coming in from SDSMT. Orianna's in. Jet Jaguar's like, no, I'm here to scrap. Let's go. Gets the flash forward. Gets some of the damage. He's out. He's under tower though. He gets the triumph stack. Oh my goodness. This man cannot be killed. Holy cow! He's doing some crunches in the back line, showing how, his sit-ups work. But this man cannot die. He should have died. He really should have. Cole's getting some damage in on Cho'Gath. He's got the full Conqueror stack. He got knocked up. Oh, he gets the riposte. I think he was trying to outplay the feast, but in the end still gets chomped. Oh my Che indeed. I feel like I can't lead with that though. Also, Coles is the #1 feeder right now for UMT, so just remember that. But this is definitely a coach diff, I feel. Coming in strong here. We got emergency up 6 kills to nothing. A good CS lead, 600 gold bounty. Cole's difference, got it. Cole's diff. But UMT coming in strong this game, showing that we will not go quietly in the night. We're gonna show you that we still have what it takes to tango. Lots of damage coming out of Nautilus. That's what I'm saying is, like, if you can get a good little lead on Nautilus, and he can't get tanky, then it's really hard for Nautilus to catch back up. And Nautilus wants to be tanky to try to get those Samira engages, and you know, already he's kind of on the back foot for that, so not able to be the tank force. Shahai really trying to bully Mini Lawrence, saying, hey man, like, I said you sit under tower, you stay under tower. That's where I'm gonna put you. And Mini Lawrence trying to say, nah, man, that ain't me. Looks like we got a 3 versus 3 bot lane. Lilia hiding in the bush. Set knows he's there. Big root coming in from Archer 66. Set doesn't want to dunk anybody right now because he knows that's going to be an easy kill. And Shahai getting the kill off the backline. Set coming in with a big dunk. Big suplex there. Really putting his team on his back this time around. Really assisting with that lane presence, showing people, hey, I'm here and I'm going to be dominant. Cole's securing the Rift solo. This is a completely different game, ladies and gentlemen. Like, there are up in turret plates. Coles is summoning the Rift Herald behind Cho'Gath. This is a new form of proxy. I've never seen this form of proxy before. I'm impressed. Like, there's the Singe that has that kind of proxy, and this is completely different. Will Coles get first tower this way? I think he is. That was crazy. What the heck just happened there? He completely 5-headed that whole play. Like, holy cow. Now he's kind of gonna get 5-headed here, but oh, is he gonna make it out? The blast cone. They were trying to prevent Coles from escaping via the blast cone. And Coles flashes out. Jet Jaguar is saying, you want to go? We'll go. Shy coming in. 2-man stun. Huge. Jet Jaguar doesn't quite have the suplex yet, but he's like, I'm going to force your flashes anyway. They know that there's no ult on Orianna or on Lilia. They're looking for the kills. Big stun coming out from Shahai. Jet Jaguar trying to get the kill. There's the big ultimate from Shahai before Cho'Gath can feast. Orianna getting run down and killed. That is so incredibly pog. I need some Go Grizzes. I need some disco pogs in the chat. That was absolute 5-head from UMT. I can't believe what I just witnessed. I need like hours to process that. That was so crazy. I've never quite seen anything like that. I'm almost speechless. Archer 66, he's like, no, this is my pink ward. Oh, doesn't get the ult. They do get the capitalize, but Samira's just so far behind. She can't do anything. She's got the Essence Reaver, but it's not really doing much for her. And Samira needs to block the root, unfortunately, with her W. Otherwise, she's done. Like, that, unfortunately, was just another huge outplay, and UMT's just so far ahead. And, Jet Jaguar is trying to make a play mid lane, and he's staying alive. Shy gets the solo kill against Cho'Gath in the top. Jet Jaguar was looking for that play mid lane. Does get ultimates from Orianna and Lilia. So, I guess, and did not have to blow a splash, so I'd say that's worth. But this is like, I 100% know that my League of Legends players, like, they are great players, but this is next level. Like, no flame at all. Like, they have not played to this level that I've seen. Like, there's just this whole next level. Like, they're good, but this is over 9,000 power level, over 9,000 kind of stuff. Like, there's some amazing plays happening. They're spot on. They're exactly where they need to be. They're doing exactly what they need to do to win the game. We're 17 minutes in, and it's a 10k gold deficit. Completely different from the last game. If you would have watched the last game, then watch this game, they'd be like, holy cow, what happened? Like, this is such an amazing game played by UMT. Looks like this might be the solo kill against Samira, because Fiora's just OP. Cole's getting a little riposte as a little swag. Almost cost him to die, but he's alive, and that's all that matters. But yeah, no, Coach of EduCarp just telling that we got angry. You wouldn't like UMT when we're angry. You know, we're like a grizzly bear that's cornered kind of thing. We're gonna go out swinging, and Jet Jaguar by far is swinging the hardest, I'd say, out of UMT right now, getting these next level plays. But you know, I can't say enough about the team as a whole. They've been doing a great job this match. They've been doing a great job this season. They really want to show that, you know, they're a great League of Legends team, and they are really showing it. Fiora going in for the 1v1 against Cho'Gath, needs to get the last vital point. Orianna comes in on the back end. Big fight happening with Shahai, and looks like Archer 66. Coles does get the kill. Oh, the flash shield from Archer 66. And Shahai comes in to secure the kill. Coles does not die. We'll just scrub the fact that he died once before, but that's okay. We give everyone one freebie. His KDA is still positive, so you know, that the one death doesn't actually count for anything, because it's still the same KDA. I think that's how math works. But yeah, no, you don't mess with the den. You know, we get angry. We go Super Saiyan, and Jet Jaguar is really showing the definition of Super Saiyan with the 5-head plays he's been making this fight. He's been making all the Griz are making these guys look like chump change. So yeah, definitely a good showing from UMT. SDSMT really played hard. The game's not over. The Nexus is not dead. So I'm not saying that the SDSMT is out of this game, but UMT is definitely running away with it. They are definitely making a showing. And so it's going to take a lot for SDSMT to get back into this game. They can do it, but will UMT let them? That's the only way that UMT can drop this game is if they let them, and I don't think UMT wants to let them. They're angry. They want to get this W. And so we've got 3 Drakes secured: wind, earth, fire, and we can't have water/ocean because that's not how the game works. So we won't be able to summon Captain Planet yet, but we will be able to potentially secure the 4th Drake and summon the Death Drake, the Elder Dragon, the one that's really scary. But looks like UMT is just trying to get some ward coverage secured. Looks like they maybe try to secure a Baron for the final kind of push, the last hurrah. It's always good to try, especially when you're so far ahead, to just secure the necessary objectives and win the game. That's what we look for, and it looks like maybe that's what they're trying to do. They have 1 inhibitor standing on SDSMT. It looks like Shahai trying to get this kill on Cho'Gath, does not get enough balls on the ground to get the kill. For those of you who don't know, Syndra's ultimate relies on how many orbs she places on the ground. Not able to get enough, but looks like there's a 3-man Baron secure happening right now, with both Shahai and Coles pressuring. Coles trying to get a little bit of harass in, realize that he's up against a force and his team will not respond because they are taking Baron. They got Baron secured. Cho'Gath is trying to chase. There's a good stun from Coles coming out, and it looks like UMT is going to make their final push on the top side. The last inhibitor, Shy flashing in to try to stun Orianna. Orianna flashes out. Big root in on Nautilus. Throw everything at the kitchen sink at him, says Archer 66. Does not die, but Set coming in, trying to get the stun off. Big damage coming in on Samira. Cole says, hey, I got the kitchen sink right here. I'm going to throw it on Samira. Big ult coming in from Shahai, followed by a shockwave. Looks like they're like, we're gonna get Shahai before the game ends. You guys don't get that perfect game. I'm gonna get that 1k gold shut down. Yeah, go ahead, whack me, but I ruined Shahai's score, even though I didn't, because it's only 1 death and it doesn't actually affect KDA. Big roots coming in on Orianna, and she does die before UMT gets the Yates, gets the Nexus, buttons up game 3, shows SDSMC. You guys came to play game 2, we came to play game 3, and really, really great game, UMT. That's awesome. Well, everybody, I want to thank you all for coming. It's been a wonderful night. It is late. We've got more work and more streams and more school and all that good stuff. So this is Maverick. I'd like to thank everyone who came to tune into the stream. Thanks SDSMT for great games. UMT, you guys did awesome. And we'll catch you next time at Grizzly Esports UM. Twitch.tv.